The last time I went to buy peak milk, the tin milk, right? Just down the street in the estate here. And when they told me the price, I had a little bit of shock. And I was like, come on. And not that I don't know that things has increased in price. I think the person said 1,000 naira for a tin of peak milk, right? And I just remembered that we were buying this same tin of peak milk for like 200 naira a few years ago, like not very long ago, just I think maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And for some seconds the guy that was selling noticed that I, unlike me that just come, I pick things, I make the payment and I leave. As in, I was kind of, it startled me a little bit, and I realized, man, the inflation is crazy. All right, the inflation is crazy. Welcome once again to the latest landlord show with Israel Nwafo. And today on this episode, we are going to be talking about how to avoid losing all your money to inflation. You really need to understand this concept called inflation, because you need to understand that it is not your village people that is making you to make a lot of money, but you are still struggling. Last year, let me start from 2020. 2020, you were making 200,000 per month as a profit. 2022, you were making, let's say, 300,000. 2024, you were making, let's say, 400,000. 2025, you are still making 400,000. But you realize that although you are now making double of what you were making in 2020, what you could do with that 200,000 in 2020, your 400,000 now is not enough for it. And you are thinking that, oh, maybe it's my village people, or someone is stealing from me. And that's why you do go and print your account statement. Oh dear. Let's wait a little bit. I'll keep talking. Let's wait a little bit. The light might be restored. Yeah. So you are surprised. You are kind of, come on, what's happening? What's happening? I'll tell you what's happening in this video. And that's the reason why the rich play the money game differently. The rich play the money game in a way that whatsoever is happening in the economy, it will favor them. So let me start with what inflation is. So what is inflation? Inflation is simply when the general prices of goods and services are increasing, while the purchasing power of the money you have is decreasing. So because prices are increasing in the marketplace, what your money can buy has reduced. So let's say last year, 2024, you could buy a loaf of bread for, let's say, 1,000 naira. And now you have plans to buy 5 loaves of bread, and you bring out 5,000 naira to go to the mall to buy 5 loaves of bread. But when you arrive at the mall, a loaf of bread is now selling for, let's say, 1,200. you now realize, okay, let's say 1,250. You now realize that because of that increase in price, all right, because of that increase in price, that extra 250 on top of that 1,000 they were selling before, you cannot buy 5 loaves anymore. How many can you buy? 4 loaves. And welcome, guys, those of you that like or that do join my live sessions. Thank you so much, guys. One of these days, what will I do for you guys? Who knows? Somebody might win a plot of land here one day. Somebody might find his spouse in the comment section here. Somebody might follow me to go for one of my vacations. Who knows? So, but that's to tell you thank you so much for always joining us, always tuning in and making what we are doing to have meaning. Without you, we will not be here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. So that is what inflation is. So now there are 3 major things that can lead to an inflation. So number 1 is when demand exceeds supply. All right. I will not go broad into that. Another one is when the cost of raw materials increase. You know, when the cost of raw materials increase, of course, prices will increase, and that will lead to reduction of the purchasing power of your money. The third one is when there is excess money in circulation. So the central bank can print a batch of money. There are so many reasons for that. They don't just print money, but anytime there is a printing of a new batch of money and it is inserted in the economy, for the economy to continue to work, all right, the value of the currency has to be devalued a little bit, all right, so that it can accommodate the new money that is in circulation. All right. So in another definition, some people say is when excess money is now chasing fewer goods. All right. So there's an inflation. But the simple explanation you should just understand is when the currency is losing value, prices are increasing. All right, so it's not a one-way traffic, it's a two-way traffic. So if there is increase, for instance, if there is increase in cost of, let's say, fuel. Now this is a petroleum driven economy, so anything that happens in that sector, the petroleum sector, will directly affect whatsoever production that is happening in the economy, right? And if there is a reduction there, it will also affect what is happening in the microeconomics, right? So you need to understand that it's not a one-way traffic. So it can come from, as we said earlier, when there is excess demand for goods, there will be forced increase in price, which make the purchasing power of your money to go down. And when there is excess money in circulation, that means excess money is now chasing fewer goods, and so the money is going to be devalued. All right, so that leads to further inflation. And you know, so many other, there are external factors that causes inflation too, like international politics and all that. So now, but what we are looking at here is the effect of inflation, right? What it does to your 1 million, to your 10 million, to your 100 million. That is what is important. And that is why the rich play this game differently, because they understand what inflation does. Now, in the bid to combat inflation, there are so many things that the government put in play so that they can arrest inflation, because no government wants his or our currency to keep losing value continuously, right? So one of the ways, for instance, in Nigeria right now, those of you that know about the money market, you see the juicy offers Nigerian government, the CBN has given in federal government bonds and treasury bills. I saw one that was up to 27% interest rate in 1 year. So you see that now that will help the control of inflation, because a lot of I don't want to go so broad in this explanation, but then one of the reasons that cause inflation in Nigeria is scarcity of dollars, right? Because majority of our dealings in the country are relied on importation. All right, most goods and services, majority of goods and services rely on importation, and so you need to use dollars to do business. So if there's scarcity of dollars, that means you need more naira to buy a particular dollar, and so the purchasing power of naira goes down the more. That's why I said I don't want to go deep into that, so that will not derail so much. So, but what is happening is, if there is a devaluation, which has happened how many times in the last 2 years, it means that your 4 million naira is no more 4 million. It is 4 million in the bank. It is still 4 million when you count it. But what it can buy before it was devalued is no more 4 million. So if there is a car that is selling for 10 million when the naira was at 1,500, when it is devalued to 1,700, you need about 12 million to buy that same car. That's what we mean. All right. So the issue here is, what can you do to make sure that the value of that your 10 million remain the same even when the naira is devalued? Or what can you do to keep the value of that your 10 million increasing? So there is what you will do to your 10 million, and in 3 months it will have the value of 11 million, and in 6 months it can have the value of 14 million, and in 1 year it can have the value of 15 million. All right, that's what the rich are doing. So they have the same money as you, but they make sure that the rate at which they are gaining more money on that their money is faster than the rate of inflation. What we mean is this: if let me give you an example. So inflation rate, the last time I checked, is 35%. All right, that means if you had, is 35% presently. So if you had 10 million in, let me say, 2018, right? 2018, you had 10 million naira. Now let's use 5 years. In 2020, you had 10 million, and the inflation rate increased by, or was devalued by, let's say 15%, or 20%. Now it means that your 10 million has lost 20% of the value. So what you actually have in that 10 million is 8 million naira. That's the value that is remaining in your 10 million. If it was 30%, what is remaining in the value of your 10 million is 7 million. But the cash you have is still 10 million. All right. So what now? People that did investment, let me say somebody buy a US stock, let me say Uber stock, or let me say Nvidia stock, or Meta stock, and Meta stock did, in that 5 years, Meta stock did 50% increase. You know, stocks go up and down, you know, it's like this. But in 5 years, it stabilized at 50% increase. It means that you made a 20% profit, because inflation has taken 30%, but you didn't lose the value of your money, because you made 50% profit from investing that money in a profitable stock. There are people that invested in bad stocks and they lost everything. All right. So if you kept the money in the bank and you didn't invest anything, you lost 30% of the value. But if you invested it in a stock, and that stock, you were fortunate enough, you did your combination and permutations, and you were too fortunate, because trading of stocks is very risky too, and then you made 50% profit in that 5 years, or 100% profit in that 5 years, it means that you didn't lose money, you made money. Let me say you made 30% on the dot. It means that you are still on the same level. You didn't lose, you didn't gain. Because inflation has taken 30%, but you made the 30% back from your stocks. All right. Now, I'm already talking about how to avoid losing your money to inflation. And that is by investing, guys. There is no other way. Saving the money cannot save you. Saving money during an inflation is a losing game. All right, because if you say you want to save for 1 year and inflation increased by 3%, you have lost 3% of your value, the value of your money. Or inflation increased by 10%, you have lost 10% of the value of that money. It's the same figure, but the value has been reduced. Thank you so much, guys, that are joining. Thank you. Do send your questions, and if you have anything you want us to talk about in our next video, still put it in the comment section. And see, screenshot what you are hearing and send post on your WhatsApp status, post on your Twitter, post on your Facebook. Tell your guys, post on your stories, tell your guys that, look, you need to come and listen to this guy. This guy is dishing out bars. You know, sometimes I feel like giving offering for what I'm saying. but you get what I'm saying. This is a serious matter. This is what separates the poor and the rich. All right? This information you are getting now separates the poor and the rich. What separates the poor and the rich is not height, is not skin color, is not academic qualification, is what the poor man knows, is what the rich man knows that the poor man don't know. That's just the difference. Knowledge. What do you know? Because he that knows better will act better. All right. So when we come to investing, I've mentioned one, stocks. Another one, there are so many investment vehicles, right? You can do stocks. You can do federal government bonds. You can do treasury bills. There are so many things you can do. There are some people that are doing ajo. The risk in ajo is that the person you are giving it to can decide to travel to Germany tomorrow morning and you have lost all your money. So any ajo you are doing, make sure it doesn't draw you out of your money. Amen. So the only way for you to escape from inflation damaging your financial destiny is through investing. And in Nigeria, to be specific, globally, as we all know, the best investment vehicle is real estate. But in Nigeria, to be specific, real estate is not just only the best investment vehicle, but it's now like the surest investment vehicle. The surest. The reason is because the other risks that other investment vehicles have, real estate doesn't have it. So somebody can hack your stock account and clean your account. Somebody can hack your crypto wallet and collect your 10 Bitcoin. And it will be like movie to you. It has happened to so many people. It has happened to people I know. Not small money, like the whole of their investment will be wiped out within 1 second because somebody hacked into their wallet. Let somebody come and hack land. Let me see. Come and steal the land. Come and carry the land. Let us see. Come and lift the house. Come and steal the house. You see, real estate is the best because it is real. You can touch it. You can see it. You can stand on it. You can do activity on it. It has been there before you were born. It will be there when you die. So you need to understand. See, I want to be touching my investment. I want to, if I'm bored, I'll just drive down to where my investment is and be looking at it. I get satisfaction. I get happiness. At least I have this one. But the one you put in a bank stock, let me give you a shocker. A report showed that banks will not give you money, loan, to when the reason for that loan is to invest in their own stocks. But they will give you a loan to invest in real estate. Is that not crazy, guys? Is that not crazy? They cannot give you a loan to buy their own stocks, the stocks of their own bank in the stock exchange market. They cannot give you that money. But they will give you money to buy real estate. That solves all the puzzle, guys. That solves all the puzzle. If you think it's a lie, walk into any bank right now in your city and tell them that you need a loan. And when they ask you what do you need it for, that you want to invest in the stocks, you want to buy the stocks of that bank, they will not give it to you. Because they cannot guarantee that their bank will not have an issue in the next 5 years. They cannot guarantee you that. One government policy can close down that bank. That bank can fold any day. You see the number of banks that are being bought over by other banks. But the same bank will give you money to go and buy property. Why? Property is real. It's tangible. You can see it anytime. You can sell it anytime. You can use it as a negotiating factor. When you go to the embassy for visa, it's one of the things they used to give people visa now. Because some of these countries, they don't want you to, they are looking for things that will make them to believe that you will still come back to your country. So when they know that you have property in your country, it's one good reason for you to still come back to your country. So it's an added point to you. Some of you don't know this. You are just learning this for the first time. Yeah, that's what you get here, people. That's what you get in the latest landlord show. We give you bars. We give you things that make your life easy. Amen. So you got to start to invest. But no matter the investment vehicle you are choosing, you must know it. Repeat after me. I must know what I'm investing in. All right, you should have a knowledge about what you're investing in. That is why in Sofco Homes, when people come and we have some amount of money, we just want to invest. No, sir, we will pass you through a clarity session. We will give you information so that you make an informed decision. All right, so many of my clients, in fact, they change their minds on the kind of investment, real estate investment to make after having conversation with us. All right, because they now realize that what they were thinking was not correct. You want to build a hotel. What is in a particular location? What is the prospect of that location? What is the present hospitality traffic there? Why should people be using that hotel? What is the return rate? What is the return rate? Return rate means somebody use the hotel today and travels and come back. Is there something that will make that person to come back and use that hotel maybe twice in the same month? All right. Now imagine now that what you built instead was a residential. Will that give you more return on investment? Now imagine that what you built was, let me say, a block of shops or warehouses. So you realize that you may not really understand the best option for your real estate investment until you understand the dynamics of that location. And that is why we usually have a quality clarity session with our clients before they make investment with us. So what should you do from now? Invest in real estate. That's one of the best things you can do for yourself. Why? Because real estate gives the highest return on investment. What do we mean? From 2023 January till now, there are some of our products that has done over, let me be very, 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 very minimal, over 100%. So if the person wants to sell the property now, the person will sell it for double the price he bought it or she bought it. For you to get that one stock that can give you 100% in 1 year, you must have played the stock investment game for years, one, and you must have done a lot of permutation and combination and spreading of your investments in different stocks to now get that one. And because you have spread your investments, your margin will be small. The profit you make from that one that did 100% will be small. But that is why in Sofco Homes we prioritize strategy over quantity, or quality over quantity. What do we mean? We may not be doing see, we are not interested in just doing real estate for real estate's sake. No, we are in this business for profit making, and that is what you should be in business for. And that profit making means it informs the location we do our projects. It informs the quality of raw materials we use. It informs the quality of personnel. It informs the quality of delivery and customer service. So some other company may be doing 3 estates in 1 month, and we may be doing 1 estate in 3 months. But in the next 10 years, the quality of ours and the return of investment of ours will be times 20 of the other guy. Yeah. Making wealth creation is a more of a strategy game than a more of a quantity game. That's why you see some companies, okay, use luxury cars as an example. I heard that Bugatti produced only 25 cars one of the years. Only 25 cars. But they made more profit than another company that sold 1,000 cars. Alright? So, all of them are tending to a particular target audience. But then, people that have Bugatti stocks, you cannot compare them with people that have the other company's stocks. You get what I'm saying? This is premium information, guys. Now, how do you start today? You start by sending us a DM, sending us an email at support@sofcohomes.com, and we are going to take it up from there. Or you send me a DM here on Facebook, and we are going to have a conversation real quick. All right? So that is how you avoid losing your money to inflation. All right? Investing in any of the investment vehicles that you feel that you like. But then let me also conclude with this. I've gotten some messages from people. So somebody say, I have 100,000 naira, I want to invest in real estate, and I tell the person it's not possible. And you might say, but what are you talking about? I thought you were saying people should invest. Yeah, you should invest, but you should not invest an investment that is not profitable. There are investments that are not profitable. Many investments are not profitable. All right. So if all you could save in a month is 100,000, why must you use it to buy property? It means there is something else you need that is more important than investing, and that is personal development. So if your earning is still low, your primary focus should be to improve the income you are making, to increase the money you are making. than to use the little money you are making to go and start looking for where to invest the money. You are going to be running in circles for a long time because you don't have leverage. So if you use the only money you have, 100,000 you have, to go and invest in real estate or invest in crypto or invest in stocks, so how will you be paying your transportation? How will you be paying basic bills? And remember that you can't make good decisions when you are still at the survival stage. So your first goal should be for you to leave the survival stage, increase your income, and then you now have more than average to now start investing. That's the only way you become rich. All right. So let me say, for instance, you are doing a small business and you are making 200,000 naira in profit every month. You cannot use that to invest in real estate. The only real estate that you can invest that kind of money in is the one that is inside your village, right? And even inside your village, you might not see the one that you buy at 200,000, unless it's a fake property. Because how much is registered survey? How much will you use to survey the property? You are buying a property that doesn't have documents or doesn't have survey. You are a joker. You lose that money. Because any day somebody goes at your back and register that property in the Surveyor General's office, you have lost it. Because if you take the person to court, they will ask who has the document of that place, and the person will bring it out, and that's over. The Nigerian law recognizes the person that have the document, not you that paid for it. That's why some people say monkey they walk, baboon the chop. It's just because many people don't have this information. Somebody is telling you, hey, 300,000, we'll give you one plot. 500,000, we'll give you one plot. How? Deed of assignment is how much? Registered survey is how much? C of O application is how much? To get documents alone in some areas will cost you over 1.something million. Only documentation. Then you are not talking of somebody is telling you to give him 500,000. The person just want to swindle your money and make you just make you a victim. That's what has happened to many people. And some of the people that say, I will never invest in real estate in my life. I will never invest in real estate. Oga, you are just one out of 250 million Nigerians. You are the one that is doing yourself. And when I asked, there is one that I was discussing. He said, never. I will never invest in real estate. Instead, I'll use the money and go and find another thing. I'll use it and do business. I'll do this one. I was not asking, okay, what happened? See, the one I invested in this place. They told me I don't have the correct documents. It was fake documents, and I lost it. I went to another place and invested, and this. You see, that's what we are saying. You don't go into this thing with gra, or that you are a citizen. You have NIN. That doesn't qualify you, guys. So, if you are still at the beginning stage of your life and you are still struggling, don't bother about investing. Use that money to invest in your head, invest in yourself, increase your capacity to earn. If you are into tech, go and learn the high income skills in tech. If you are into buying and selling business, find a way to save money. And let me give you a secret that will help every business person here. Don't just be investing the profit you are making immediately. Save it for like 3 months. So let's say you are making 200,000 every month right now. You are making for 500,000 every month right now. If you save half of that money, 250,000 for 3 months, or let me extend it to 4 months. If you save it for 4 months straight without touching it, what will happen? You have 1 million naira. Instead of using it to go and buy land, put it back in your business. Of course, there are people that have other sources of income. See, if you are comfortable and you can save up to 1 million in a month, if you want to buy land, no problem. If you want to make it as part deposit for land, no problem. But if you are the one that is struggling and you are the only light in your family, don't go and quench it, right? Take that 1 million naira, put it back in your business. You realize that it can increase your profit to 750,000 in a month. So it now means that you can now save 500,000 in a month, and you use 250,000 to keep running your business just the way you were running it before, and escape the Parkinson's law. The Parkinson's law states that people's expenses increase as their income increase. So you realize that you are making more money. You are now earning 1 million against 400,000 you were earning 2 years ago, but you are not saving any money. What happened is that as that income increased, your taste increased. The kind of house you want to live in increased. The kind of, you are no more buying sachet water, you are not taking bottled water. All right, you are no more taking your GUO, you are not taking Airpeace. All right, so that's what has happened to many people. But you can't get rich that way. If you are always increasing your expenses to meet up with your income, you cannot save. And if you cannot save, you cannot invest. All right, so yeah, many people are not going to tell you this. Many real estate people will not say this thing I'm saying, because it's like, guy, we need to make sales, we need to make, no, the goal here is for you to become rich. That's the goal. And for you to be rich, you need to play this game wisely. Now, if you are now making that big money and you are just saving but you are not investing, you are still at the same spot, because that money cannot grow. And let me tell you, every business has a season. Every financial journey has a season. So there are times that there is going to be a boom, and the person can be having a boom in the business, and now you are now making 1 million every month. You are making 1 million. It will not remain like that forever. Oh. It will not remain like that forever. So now that you are seeing the cash flow, you need to make this adjustment and begin to invest, so that when there is not going to be a slowdown in your business or in your industry or in the economy, you have already made those investments that will keep giving you cash flow back. Amen. Yeah, I feel like giving offering right now. Who feels like giving an offering? Yeah. So that is what you are going to do. So I have an offer for those of you that want to start investing in real estate right now. I have cheap properties in 3 locations. The first one is at Ibadan. All right. Some people have been asking me about lands in Ekpe. Yeah. It's good to invest in Ekpe, but why I distance myself from Ekpe for some time is because of what we discovered some time ago. Last year, many lands in Ekpe belongs to Lagos State government, and there's going to be a lot of demolitions in the future. There's going to be a lot of losing of property in the future, because but if you see the one that has a very strong registered surveyor, and you can confirm from Ministry of Lands and Surveyor General's office, you can go ahead. But I know why I kind of distance myself. It is now that we are now seeing some places that we are sure that doesn't belong to the government. And if you still want to invest in it, I have something for you, specifically at Omu-Ekpe. All right, at Omu-Ekpe, because we have checked and that side is safe for us. But then the ones I want to inform you about is at Ibadan. You know what's happening at Ibadan right now. Ibadan's population is exploding because of the railway transportation from Ibadan to Lagos. Also, Ibadan real estate market gained over 200 million naira investment in the last 2 years because of the international airport that they are building right now. And that is because all the traffic that is going to the southwest, people that come from abroad and they are going to Osun, Ondo, Ekiti, and Ogun State and the likes, that part of Ogun State, people will now be landing at Ibadan. Many people will now start be landing at Ibadan. That means there will now be more need for hotels, more need for residentials, more need for businesses. And you know, a lot of companies have moved their companies to Ibadan, right? Because of maybe lower cost of labor and other costs, right? Ibadan has high security and all that. So if you want to get property in Ibadan right now, send me a DM. or send us a message at support@sofcohomes.com, and we're going to get to you. Also, the second place I'll tell you about to invest right now is in Enugu State, specifically because, see, you can just Google these things I'm saying, so that it will not be as if Google these things, be informed, make that research by yourself. You know, a lot of you make mistakes because you don't want to do this research. Do it. It's your money. All right, it's your hard-earned money. So try to gather information to know where you are investing. All right, so I have a property at the new Landmark Resorts. Yes, the Landmark, you know, that built the Landmark Park in VI, in Lagos VI. All right, yes, it's the same Landmark. It's coming to build that park in Enugu State right now. The deal have been seized. It's a 10 billion naira project. The governor of Enugu State has already given a go-ahead order last year. So by now, if you are coming now, you are still early, but soon you're going to be late, because not late per late, but late to the investment game there. I want you to understand what we call the first movers advantage. Before, okay, there are two factors to make money from real estate. One is location, two is timing. The time you came in is very important. In fact, it's more important than the location, because those of the people that are buying these properties now in Enugu State, they are going to resell to people that will want to build hotels, build shoplets, build residentials. All right, so that is what I encourage you to do. Get that property. So our property, Lake Resort Estate, is available. We just have about 6 plots remaining, and you can get it for 7 million naira. That's what it's selling for now. As if you come there, you will see signboards that are selling for 10 million. All right, you will see people that are selling for 8 million, another, but we are giving you for 7 million. No documentation charges. If you buy right now, if you send me a DM right now, in the next 24 hours, you are going to get free documentation. Documentation is 300,000, but you're going to get it for free. All right. So that's for Enugu State. So I encourage you to invest in Enugu now. Enugu it should be the number one. I should have the number one infrastructure right now, because the governor is blazing red. You know, like guns blazing when it comes to infrastructure. He took everybody by surprise, and when the president came to commission some of those infrastructure, he himself said he didn't know that this is how serious it is. So the double lanes, the 4 lanes, the new flyovers, you know, the man is just going gaga with this development. You can go online and see these things for yourself. All right, improvement in security. There is now what's it called? I think Enugu State is the only state right now in the southeast and south that has security cameras all over the state capital. It's crazy, guys. That's to tell you how upgraded the state has become. So if you are looking for a place where you can get fast return on investment, Enugu State is the place. Send me a DM right now. We'll get you. You can get the 6 plots, you can get 3 plots, you can get 2 plots, but at least get 1 plot. Amen. The last place I'll tell you right now is where? Okay. Okay. Those of you that want to buy houses in Lagos, we have 5 bedroom in. We have 4 bedroom in Festac. We have 5 bedroom in Ibejuleki. Just send us a message and we can take you for inspection. None of them are costly. They are very cheap. But you know, quality, better soup na money kill 'em, right? So send us a DM right now. So guys, the only way to avoid this inflation effect on your hard-earned money is to invest. Start with the cheap ones. All right, we have properties of 3 million. All right, start with those ones. Make a deposit of 1 million and pay in 3 months. All right, make a deposit of 2 million, pay up. Right, that's what other people are doing, guys. People are investing. Don't be the odd one out. All right, and thank you so much for joining. See you at the top. 2025 was a successful year. Cheers, guys.